Witnessed it all. This is Gabriela Martinez. Gabriela, from Highwood, you were there, you saw it all. Pick it up from right before the shots were fired.
Well, I mean, I wasn't really planning to go to the parade just because I'm just like not in the mood of any celebration whatsoever. So yesterday my sister-in-law called me and said, like, you know, we should meet up and go, you know, it could be fun for the kids. And then my son was actually going to be in the band parade, but he decided not to go at the last minute. So then the marching band passed by, and as soon as they passed by, like probably 3-4 minutes later, we started hearing, which I thought were fireworks in the beginning.
So we heard all the shootings. We saw the fireworks. I don't know how to call them. Fireworks. I don't know how to call them.
I didn't really think anything of it, and then I looked, and the shooter was, one of the shooters was actually on top of the Ross Cosmetics buildings, aiming towards his left side, which where we were. So, and then as soon as I kind of heard like maybe 10 to 20 shots, and then I started getting really panicky and really like nervous. And then as soon as I didn't hear anything, I was able to get up, and then I started screaming out their names, and I saw my daughter. I grabbed her, and she slipped out of my hands twice, and I was just screaming out her name, and I honestly lost my niece and her husband. And then we were running towards Uncle Dan's, and I bumped into a 95-year-old lady, which I didn't mean to, but as soon as I saw her fall, like my instinct was to grab her head first, and then
I've fallen and I can't get up.
And I shoved my daughter into the store, and then I grabbed her to get her up, and then we ran inside the store, and we stood away from all the windows.
Gabriela, you kind of described to me earlier about the shooter. I know it was just chaos, but can you describe exactly what you saw with the shooter and the gun?
Well, I didn't really see like who he was. I
see a man, a hooded figure. I was unable to see his face in detail. However, the man did have an AR in his hand.
And I just saw a person with a gun shooting towards us, and I just glanced real quick. So it's just like, okay, it is happening. So that's when we started getting into a panic mode that it was a shooting. It was not fireworks.
Earlier, you said he was a Caucasian.
Well, once we got into my babysitter's house.
Very, very heavy debatation tonight. We had a very Darrison. But let's go to Terry's and look for the bit. They have the pit.
Everybody on Facebook was kind of like describing him now that he was Caucasian, black hair. We're still not sure because he's still armed. I guess it was 2 shooters now that I've heard.
This is just rumor, so I will say that we do not have that confirmed as far as 2 shooters.
It's only one that I saw, that I witnessed, that I was there, but.
Injuries, wounds, did you see anything? Your niece is okay, she was scraped.
She was scraped. I mean, the 2 ladies that were in our left side got shot in their legs because they were in the store with us when the paramedics came in and asked if anybody in here were injured or wounded, and we did point it out at the 2 ladies that were sitting in the little bench that had little gunshot wounds in their legs. I'm assuming it wasn't a big rifle or a big gun, or else it would have been like really nasty, you know, but there were just like normal like gunshot wounds in their legs.
But as you had mentioned earlier, it was rapid fire. Not that we all know what type of gun.
When you buy those little like pop-it things and you start slamming them in the ground, that's what it was sounding like.
We hear the pop, 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 the pop, 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 pop.
So that's why we all thought it was like fireworks, because that's how it sounded, like little like pop things. But it was just, I mean, in that moment, like you really don't think, I guess, because all I was thinking is my baby, and if I was trying to shield her with my body, and if God forbid we got shot, I want to be shot first, obviously, because I mean, as a mother, you just want to protect your child.
You haven't had a chance for it to sink in, but it's got to be hard to believe this was happening.
Yeah, I mean, you're reading about it, you're hearing it, your kids are not even safe in school, and like now at like public parades, like now maybe at fireworks, like, so just don't go out if you don't have to go out. It's just scary. I mean, not in a million years would I thought that I would be involved in a shooting. And then this happens.
How is your daughter doing? Have you had a chance to talk to her?
I was so amazed at how brave she handled the things. And I did see her fear in her eyes, but my little girl, she's very brave.
Gabriela Martinez, thank you so much for sharing this awful story.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.